ẹni kí lọ gbẹ́nu mi sàn àbí nǹkan tẹ́ ń sọ fọ́ nìyẹn ẹnẹ́nu mi rùn ẹnẹ́nu Ìgbòho rùn ẹlẹ́nu Koiki Media rùn òun lọ́tún tún da tíágà sí lára lánàá nísìn kí ló tún ṣẹlẹ̀ lánàá báyìí ẹ wá sọ fún mi kò yé mi o èmi ṣe jí ni ǹdẹ̀ṣẹ̀ jí báyìí kí ló tún ṣẹlẹ̀ lánàá wetin happen yesterday ká má ti sùn ká má ti jí tá bá ti sùn tá bá ti jí báyìí problem Nàìjíríà yìí náà ṣáà ni ọ̀rọ̀ dọ́là ṣì wà ń bẹ̀ nísìn tá a ṣe ń rojú pé kí ló fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí la tún gbọ́ pé wọ́n yìn ní tear gas lánàá kí ló ṣẹ̀yìn àtọlọ́pàá lánàá ẹ̀yin tẹ́ lọ ṣe kándú kínní fún Mohbad kí ló tún ṣẹ̀yìn àtọlọ́pàá lánàá kí ló ṣẹ̀yìn àtọlọ́pàá lánàá ìjáyà ń sọ fún yín pé àní Nàìjíríà ò ṣiṣẹ́ Koiki ń sọ fún yín pé Nàìjíríà ò ṣiṣẹ́ Yorùbá World Media ní Nàìjíríà ò ṣiṣẹ́ wọ́n máa ti yìn wọ́n ní tear gas kẹ̀ lánàá kí ló máa ń ṣàwọn ọlọ́pàá Nàìjíríà yẹn náà kí ló ń yìn yín ní tear gas fún kí lẹ ṣe fún wọn kí lẹ ṣe fọ́lọ́pàá lánàá ẹ wá sọ fún mi kí lẹ ṣe fọ́lọ́pàá lánàá tó ń yìn ní tear gas kí ló dé ọlọ́pàá Nàìjíríà animal ni wọ́n ẹ̀yin lẹ rí wọn as animal they be real animal tẹ́ bá ń gbọ́ animal òun lọ́lọ́pàá Nàìjíríà good morning akọ́lá Jímọ̀ aṣọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ ẹ̀ láyé tẹ́ bá ń gbọ́ animal ní Nàìjíríà àwa tá à ń pè ní zoo àmọ́ reason tá a ṣe ń pè ní zoo tá à ń pè ní contraction country but ẹ̀yin ọmọ kéékèèké yẹn ẹ fẹ́ gbọ́ nǹkan kan tí nìkan lẹ fẹ́ gbọ́ ẹ fẹ́ gbọ́ tọ̀dọ̀ tiwa ẹ fẹ́ gbọ́ tiwa àwa dẹ̀ ń sọ fún yín ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ gbọ́ra wa yé síra kí gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kó lè níyanjú once and for all ẹni nóò ẹni ẹ̀fẹ́ yẹn kí lẹ fẹ́ gangan náà wetin una want ẹ sọ fún wa ìlú tó ti ń fi tear gas tó fi ń dá yín lára àbẹ́yìn náà tún ṣe nǹkan míì ni torí kò tẹ̀ tí yé mi mo tẹ̀ tí understand mo kàn jí láàárọ̀ yìí mo kàn ń gbọ́ tear gas kí ló tún I don't understand o ta ló máa ṣàlàyé fún mi báyìí who go explain this wahala for me now mo kàn ń gbọ́ tear gas tàbádẹ̀ sọ́tán ní sẹ́ni kí n shut up ẹni kí n come back home àbí nǹkan tẹ́ ń sọ fún nìyẹn a ti sọ fún yín mo ní ìlú yẹn no be country just the beginning bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹ̀gbọ́n mi tó ní ages every time I say come back home tá a bá protest ní àwọn yẹn tear gas sí wa náà kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ mo kàn jí láàárọ̀ mi ṣáà ń gbọ́ tear gas everywhere tear gas wetin dey happen kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ gangan náà wetin dey happen ẹ wá sọ fún mi náà wetin dey happen tell you that country o bá ṣe rò pé Nàìjíríà máa ṣiṣẹ́ you're wasting your time man that country is not for human beings wọ́n design Nàìjíríà pé kó ṣiṣẹ́ bó ṣe design ẹ̀ náà ló ń ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn candlelight fire them with tear gas anybody wey talk kill them the one wey no talk chase them out of the country na so e dey e don be like that now àbẹ́ ti gbàgbé tí Fẹlá sọ ni Fẹlá ní everybody run zero everybody scatter velo police dey come army dey come several minutes later all don gree my brother police don go away dem be sorrow blood and tears Then regular trademark. Then be sorrow, blood and gear. Then regular trademark. Ba-da-da-da-da. Man, shut up. Koiki, cut. Ẹ máa kí fóònù tèmi jábọ́ ẹ lọ mú fóònù mi. Ẹ jẹ́ kí fóònù mi jábọ́ láàárọ̀ ẹ̀yẹ èèyàn mi. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Mò ń bọ̀. My people, my people. Nigeria, mo sọ fún yín pé zoo will always be zoo. Abẹ́ gbọ́n ọmọdé mo sọ ló ṣẹlẹ̀. Mo ń bọ̀. Bóyá zoo will always be zoo. Zoo ò kì í disappoint èèyàn. Torí pé àwọn tó kó sínú zoo ẹranko burúkú ni wọ́n. They are all animals. And we get different kind of animals inside zoo. Different kind of animals. Now here we get inside zoo. And when we talk, they say, shut up. I tell you, say that country, it's not working, man. Nigeria is not working, man. Nigeria is not working. We need justice for everybody. Not just Mohbad. We need justice for everybody. Everybody needs justice. Everybody needs justice, because the problem will continue every blessed day. Don't you understand me? You get me? May the soul of Mohbad rest in peace. But do you know how many people have been killed before Mohbad? Do you know how many injustice has been going on in Nigeria? Do you know how many people they have killed in border, near Wekoro, near Wode? Do you know how many people have been killed? Because people want to see 2 bags, 3 bags. Custom, they shoot them. Pa, pa, pa. Do you know that they killed a Yoruba young man during the peaceful rally near Ojota? Jade now. You know, no come out. Because could consign in Omo Yoruba talk by near Ojota ni January 9. Injustice to one is injustice to all. Until we'll accept that, that country is not moving forward. Because you want to keep it at, hey, this one Yoruba one, when is a Yoruba tongue, we come out. But when is the Igbo tongue, we keep quiet. When is the Hausa tongue, we keep quiet. It's injustice to every single one of us. And this problem is just the beginning. So everybody run, run, run. I want the weather around the code for London. And where you can hear the sound of the birds. We are here every day talking, telling you. Every day they are killing them. It doesn't come on the news because nobody cares about them. Oh, okay, because I only they be artists. Bamishe was killed in Lagos State. Nobody did a candlelight for her. They didn't come out. Abibeko. But now, if they take advantage, as of until we all come together and say enough is enough, speak to our representative and tell them that we are not interested in that contraction anymore. Anything less than that, anything like that, if you like, abuse us. We are 10,000 kilometers away from Nigeria. But we are telling you the truth. I've told you, when we are all ready, 72 hours, I will join you. Just like the video. You saw the video was on the ground. Because the video that came, all that is just to keep you so that the video, hey, morning, how are you? Have a nice day. I want to love you, share. My neighbors, they go to work, we go out, don't stay at home. So kilo shele gongo I don't know what actually happened, because me, I just slept yesterday. I don't sleep very early. Yesterday was my 25 years in UK, so I had a great time. Had a nice meal, relax, watch the TV, watch YouTube. I'm going to tell you more about the Khalistan. Yeah, it's a movement. The same way Tawa no Shenshe movement, Khalistan movement, it's been going on. They are Punjabis. The Ematon is Sikh. Amande Lawa niye. I'm also running pound, but not today. Probably maybe tomorrow, or probably maybe later on today. So I was reading a little bit more about them. Sharing the same way tí àwọn Fulani ṣe ń ṣe nísìn. India tẹ́ ń rí yẹn, Indian, ẹ ṣáà máa gbọ́ India, 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 àwọn Indians, India, G20, bí tọ́ ti ṣe G20. Ṣé mọ̀ pé Hindu ni wọ́n? Okay. Ṣé mọ̀ pé mẹ́ta làwọn náà? There are three. Báwa náà ṣe jẹ́ mẹ́ta, the three major ethnic groups in Nigeria: Igbo, Yoruba, and the Hausas. Do you know that in India today, they are promoting Hinduism? So they're almost telling everybody to become Hindu. Pakistan has already cut out. So Pakistan is more of Muslim. But the other side, that is Punjabi, that are called the Sikh, they've been asking for their own self-determination for a very long time. But till today, India continue to crush them down, just like Nigeria is doing today to the Igbos, the Biafrans. And now that the Yoruba is out, the Yoruba people say, no, we don't want that. Tinubu is our president. No Yoruba must stop Tinubu. Let Tinubu do his tenure, just like Buhari did it. But we are not thinking about the long-term problem. Go and look at India today. They are pushing the narrative of the Hinduism. Hindu is like a religion, but they are also a particular ethnic group in that region. That is why Pakistan has gone. Pakistan is more of Muslim. They are not good friends at all. Both India and Pakistan, one a good relationship, right? But the question is, when some of you think that you will get justice in Nigeria, oh my God, you will never get any justice in Nigeria, regardless of whatever you are fighting for, until we dissolve that country called Nigeria. That is when we're going to get justice. Nobody will get justice in that contraction. You will be marginalized as Yoruba people in your state, because your cutoff mark will remain high, while the cutoff mark of education in the north will remain low. You will be marginalized at your workplace. That is if you have a job. You will be marginalized by your state government and your representative. You will go to Alawusa, you will ask for something that belongs to you. They will tell you, toss off. You will never get justice in any part of Nigeria, because the British Empire that created Nigeria never want us to have justice. That is why they rigged the election against Awolowo in 1959. So you are now asking for justice in 2023. You must be doing me the play. No be juju be that. You are looking for justice in Nigeria. You will never get one. If you like, let 3 times the video appear on the scene. You will not get justice. You are thinking justice is about having the video on the front, then having fast on the front. Individuals is the dissolution of Nigeria, so that we can now take care of ourselves through a proper constitution and a system that works. In the system of Nigeria today, None of you will ever get justice. I hope you get justice for Mohbad. But what about the remaining people that have been injustice taking place for the last 63 years of that contraction called Nigeria? How many of you have gone to university? Did you get justice in university? How many have gone to polytechnics? Have you ever got justice? Do you know what they are giving them in the north that is different from what you are getting in the southwest and the southeast? The marginalization in Nigeria will never end until the disintegration of that messed up country. If you keep Nigeria, you will not get justice. That is just a fact. I've told you so many times, nobody loved Nigeria more than us. So loving Nigeria is like you are loving your enemy. The more you love Nigeria, the more your enemy comes for you. You want to love Nigeria, oh, because of Davido, that is fine. You want to love Nigeria because of Ashake, no problem. You want to love Nigeria because of Faz. You want to love Nigeria because of your artist. You think that is Nigeria? And you are now looking for justice. I will be here to remind you. The reality right now is for everybody to ask question. Do we still want to remain in this contraction, or should we dissolve it? Let us give referendum. And who wants to remain in Nigeria and who doesn't want to remain in Nigeria? Oh, you guys don't want that. They play. They say they play. The Nigeria of your dream. The Nigeria of your dream is not going to happen in your lifetime if we remain as Nigerians. Because there's nothing called Nigerians as at 1913. But a lot of you want me to throw that away and be talking about Nigeria that was created before my great-great-grandfather. No be juju be that. Make una dey play. Let's go. Good morning. Good morning to you, Egbomi Awofeso. Good morning to you, those of you on the TikTok. I salute all the young ones. I'm not here to disrespect you all. I am just telling you the way I feel. I want justice for Mohbad, just as you want justice. But it is not just justice for Mohbad. I want justice for the young boy, young man, not boy, that was killed in Oyo State Governor is aware of that. His name is called Kokoro. His head taken off. We only saw the body. Till today, we don't know where it is. It was buried inside Yoruba land without a head. And you are saying you want justice. They play. There will never be justice because the system is not designed to work. The British Empire that created Nigeria never wanted it to work. That is why you will never get the justice that you are looking for. I pray you will get the justice, oh, but they play. They whine me. You know, they whine me. We are looking. I am here to remind you that I want justice for Mohbad just as you want justice, but I don't see that justice coming anytime soon. Should we remain in Nigerians? There will never be justice because there's injustice going on in the Southeast. A lot of you are keeping quiet because it doesn't concern you. Oh, I've been hearing that some people want to turn it into what we called, the Labour Party wants to hijack it so that they can burn down Lagos State. Okay, let me put it this way. Nobody's burning down Lagos State, okay? Lagos State has been burning since 1960. We have never enjoyed the fruit of Lagos State as a Yoruba people. We have never enjoyed it. So don't come here and tell us it's about Labour Party. Labour Party has lost. Let them go. Atiku has lost. Tinubu has won. But the question is, how long is Tinubu going to be there for? Tinubu is only going to be there for 8 maximum years. After 8 years, Tinubu will be 87 years old. It will leave that palace. It will leave Asoro just like the previous president have left it as well. Okay? You will not get unity. There's nothing called unity in Nigeria. We are not one. Igbo is different from Yoruba. Yoruba is different from Hausa. We can be good friends. We can be good neighbors. We can marry each other. We can do businesses. If I want to do business in Italy, I don't need to love Italy, but I can go there and derive my business there because I think it will be good for my business. I can decide not to go to Iran because I don't want to go to Iran where they will not respect my value as a human being. I don't have to go to Saudi Arabia because Saudi Arabia actually killed a journalist inside the Turkish embassy, inside their embassy in Turkey or Turkey. So I don't have to go to Saudi Arabia. Even if I'm a Muslim, I don't have to go there because I don't believe in their ideology of killing a human being because it disagrees with the government. Maybe some of you don't know that. So some of you that are spending money to go to Saudi Arabia, are you already looking at what is happening in Saudi Arabia in terms of their human rights? You will never get the kind of human right. Nigeria is a barbaric country, right? It is only Nigeria that somebody will steal a mobile phone. I do not condone crime. But the moment that person steals a phone, what do? You do what? But all your corrupt politicians, a lot of you see them, you cannot go near them and do the same thing. Jungle justice, you are very good at that. We are here waiting for you, okay? It's beautiful scene, I can't show you. Very, very beautiful. You know, lovely, the kind of environment I want to live. I don't want to come and live in a contraction that doesn't work, okay? Hello, Omolosan. For where? Small children selling ogi, selling pamu all over Nigeria. Almost 13 million Nigerian children are out of school. 13 million. That is what some of you love. Children being abused. You love that, Abi? You love those children you see on the road. Oh, and then somebody will do video. Hey, why are you selling? And then they will be using that again to extract money. They say they are doing NGOs, fraudsters all over the place. Money bread Look at the Chinese in Shagamu. Look at the criminal Chinese people. Do you know most of them are criminals in their country? They are only brought to Nigeria to work. They are prisoners. Oh, and sisters, you think you are? I remember when I first got here, I thought everybody be Onyibo. They now start telling me, no. I am a British. If you meet a proper English, oh my God, they are very proud English, just as I am a proud Yoruba man. I didn't know that. I thought because when you see white people, my mom doesn't even like me to use that word. When you see Oyibo people, because my mom listens to my broadcast and get that word, it's going to come in and say, not that, but my mom doesn't like it. She doesn't want me to be calling them white people. I can call them Oyibo people. In 1998, 25 years ago, you will see every one of them, you will think they are all Oyibo. Hey! One day, now I go call one person, say he be Eastern European. I don't know, say na English. Hey! Oh, sorrow, Bamileti. Honey, what do you mean? I was born here. I'm an English. I'm an English boy. Those ones are not English. Oh, educate me. But look at their accent and look at the way they look. You will realize that most of them are from Eastern European. They are not English. So when you are saying that you are not a Yoruba person, you be mumu, you are a mumu man. When you are saying you are not an Hausa-ness, you are a mumu. When you are saying you are not an Igbo-ness, you are a mumu man. Why do you think Scottish people don't want to be with the English people? They hate themselves like shit. Scottish people, they don't like the English people. That is why there's gangster all over the place. You think then Nigeria be only where they get gang? People where the UK know that. It is in this country that there are some areas our youth don't like to go. From their trainers don't what they say. The trainers, when you go to another London borough as a youth, they can attack you because they will know that you are not from that area. You're not from this area, Mike. We have a lot of gangs in this country. Don't think it's only Nigeria. There's so much gang, but it does not matter how much gangs we have here. We will look for you. You will go to prison and you will go and be reformed, because prison is not to go there and be staying there for life. No, only when you kill somebody, you will go forever. They joke, say you want to keep my Nigerianness, just like Obasanjo, that monkey man. I mean, my Nigerianness. I prefer my Nigerianness than Yorubaness. We already know that he's not even a Yoruba man anyway. That is why he can abuse all our obas. That old ragged man. They joke. Continue to look for your Nigerianness. You will not get justice. I pray you get justice, but I am not talking about justice for Mohbad. I am talking about justice for every single innocent lives in that contraction. Do you know how many people are crying today because they have a bit of physical challenge? Do you know? Do you know? You cannot unite. Stop asking for unity. Mumu, you are a Mumu man. You are a Mumu man. What do you mean unity? Where are you gonna can Russia have unity with Americans? Why do you think they are fighting? Can the German have unity with English people? Can you put the two together? I should be telling you how to look for unity. No. Am I Fela Durotoye? Go to Fela Durotoye. Those are the ones that tell you how to unite. I am not here to unite. My job is to break up that shithole country. Unite, call uniting. It doesn't need to go to war. We can have a peaceful referendum. We can have what they call a velvet divorce. Go and look at dictionary and ask yourself, what is the meaning of velvet divorce? We have lived together for 63 years. It hasn't worked. Let everybody go their separate ways. The world is not too big to have multiple nations coming out of Nigeria. There's a country called Tonga. It is less than 106,000. The population, Tonga, T-O-N-G-A. Go and look at it. It's far better than your community in that contraction called Nigeria. So don't come here and be telling me, how do I bring you to unite? My job is not to bring you to unite. My job is to break up Nigeria as much as I can use my language and I can use my beautiful talent and my knowledge, the little I have. I am not the bravest. I am not the best. You will never, never get the peace you are looking for. They play. Okay? Me, I am in UK. They don't born anybody well for this country to disrespect my dignity as a man in this country. You drive a Mercedes. Olokpa go say, pack your Mercedes. Where you get the money? Yahoo boy. How can they know that you're a Yahoo boy because you're driving a Mercedes? Because Nigeria-ness is the one dealing with you. Okay? So most of you, you will suffer. I can see a lot of you, hey, Mohbad. No problem. You think saying Mohbad die alone? Go to hospital and see how many people they don't give injection, we don't die. Go to Port Harcourt, the doctor that removed kidney. Only God knows how many kidney he don't remove. For Port Harcourt, is it not just now we knew that he has been removing kidney? So the injustice is not just on one sector. The injustice is going from one location to another location, from one local government to another local government. You will all suffer the longer you say you want to keep Nigeria, because your Nigerianness will not make you to succeed. If you like, have multiple churches, have multiple religions. Look, there's a church opposite me, but everybody don't go out, they don't go work. There's no mashalashi that is making noise here. These are the same people that bring religion to us. They are the same people. Today, they are the same people telling you and me that men and men can marry. Oh, you never know that. Toba Biwoda, come to UK and disrespect the LGBTQ. Come to UK and disrespect people that are lesbian. You will end up in prison. These are the same people that brought the same religion to us. Nobody joke with that. We dey here. They joke. They tell me, say, I be weary. Yeah, at least I dey weary the way they go look after me. You where you no be weary, they no go look after you. You don't say weary, they go look after weary for abroad. You, they no go look after you. I have lived here for 25 years. I don't need to be in Nigeria. The world is big. I still want to travel to different places. Why do I want to come to Nigeria? British government is telling me not to come to Nigeria. British government is telling me not to even come to Nigeria. British government is telling me not to come to Nigeria. So why should I go to Nigeria? Because every day I look at the foreign Commonwealth and they say, when you go to Nigeria, Koiki, stay in Lagos. Lagos is still safe. No, don't go to Southeast. There's a lot of problem there. Don't go to Kano. Don't go to Sokoto. At least I am here, still safe. The same way that Tinubu ran away, he was here after Abacha wanted to kill him. Oh, you didn't know that? Tinubu was on exile as well. Go and ask him. They joke. Good morning, everybody. You are looking for justice. Don't have it another 3 months in the scene. Another problem. Another problem. Another problem. Don't sell your country cheap, weary. Which country? Do you know the meaning of Nigeria? I say some of you are stupid. You don't understand anything. There's nothing called Nigeria or there. Only don't sell your country cheap. Which country? Do you love Nigeria more than me? Do you know how many work I did for the Nigerian community? Go and ask Abike Dabiri Mommy Dada. Koiki ni monje. Abike Dabiri ni mo pe. Any coast elo bere lọ́wọ́ Abike Dabiri. O Mommy Dada. Confirm Abike Dabiri ten so yen. O Mommy Dele Dada. They joke. Only don't sell your country cheap, weary. Which country? Do you think you have a country? You don't have a country. What you have is a British Empire that is sucking your blood every day. You know, like blood diamond. They say you have a country. I can now see that some of you, any problem gone. So you are still thinking that you have a country. You are thinking you have a country. They joke. Bagudu. Do you know the Minister for Budget and Planning? Go and Google it. He was the one stealing money for Abacha when Abacha was in the military dictator. Bagudu, the former governor of Kebbi State, is now the one that Tinubu has used for budget and planning. Do you understand what that means? Do you know that Bagudu negotiated with Nigeria so that they will not be able to probe him? Ibori money is still in London. 100 million pounds. Weary. Only don't make Nigeria cheap or there. Some of you cannot understand the problem ahead. They joke. Until everybody knows the meaning of Nigeria, then you will start understanding where we are coming from. Okay? A lot of you don't understand the meaning of Nigeria. All you see is that your papa and your mommy, they sleep together, they born you, just like I was born as well in Nigeria. But right now, we have been able to know the history and the background of that messed up country that was put together by the... Why do you think that the Scottish people wants to break away from this union? Scottish people. Why do you think that Scottish people, you want to go and school in Scotland, but the Scottish people don't want to be with this union anymore? The union has been together since 1702. And they are saying that they don't want that union anymore. So you are now telling me that I should keep Nigeria. I don't think some of you understand, the problem ahead. I am not abusing you as a person. I am abusing those that kept us together, which are the British Empire, the same country I am in. They are the problem of Nigeria, okay? And not just Nigeria, they are the problem of most of the problem around the world today, because the empire ran for 200 years. The British Empire was running for more than 200 years. The same empire. I am not here to curse any one of you. I don't have problem with anybody. But I am here to curse Ayolori Bruku politicians that have kept our people below par. I am not having problem with you. If you like, curse me. You don't do anything. Yesterday, I still go do my blood test. Yesterday, now free I do am, I no pay. If I sick, hospital, a day. If I like, I refuse to work for the next 10 years. As long as I can do other things that is not illegal, I will be here in this country. Nobody can fix Nigeria. Mumu. Why you think they cannot fix Nigeria? Because Nigeria was not designed to be fixed. What we need, we are still going to be part of Africa, but we can have our own independent nation. Let me tell you something. Let's come back out. Let's talk facts. Fact and figure, because I know a lot of you are educated and I understand that Nigerians are well read. So now put your pen and paper on the side. European countries, and I only have 1 hour to present my program. Let's go and look at EU countries. EU. I'm sure a lot of you have been hearing EU. Let's come back at now. Moki Eval, Moki Boboila can say, even like abuse me, it doesn't matter. And I comment section. And I want to speak English because I want to carry as many people around along as well. Let's forget about abusing. Let's come with fact. European countries that you called EU, the total members, have a great day. Bye-bye. The total members are 27. That means they have 27 countries that makes up European Union. Do we agree? Just say yes, so that I know that I'm communicating. There's no point me, I'm talking. You are not listening, because everybody is just abusing each other on the comment section. This segment is making sense. So I don't make sense. So maybe they think say I don't make sense. Okay, we all agree. So we have 27 members. So when we say members, it is country. Thank you so much. Like I said, I am not here to disrespect members in the African Union. So that is called AU. Everybody knows AU. It's called African Union. African Union members. Let's look at how many members do we have. My dummy, sorry, laptop me. What me from you? Manage. So African Union, write it down. The youth have spoken, we send for tribalism. Well, let's leave that. Listen first. Listen. We have 55 members in the African Union. Now, further mass. Give me, what is the difference between 55 and 27? In African Union, that means all the African countries, we have 55 members. Minus 55 minus 27, and I want a straight answer. I don't want anybody to start giving me strong answer. Some of you are very good. You're good in maths now. What is the answer? 55 minus 27. Actually, two different contractions. In your corner 28, in your corner 28, in your corner 18. What is the answer? 55 minus 27. Maths now. Is it 28? Now, why do you think that the 27 members of the European Union are better than the African Union? Why do you think that we don't have enough seats in the Security Council? We don't have a seat in the Security Council. So, we are the one that is more than them. So we are the one that is meant to be controlling the world, not the European people. So you think we are here angry with you? No. We are saying that if we like, we have, okay, because we don't have nuclear weapon, then let's start building one. Let's start preparing for one. But you cannot prepare for one because they want to keep you below par so that you can come and be collecting peanut, 8. Because they don't want us to flourish. They don't want us to grow. They don't want us to prosper. That is why if you want to travel today as a European member, you do not need a visa to so many countries. But as Africans, you need a lot of visa. So there is no way that if we do not come out of Nigeria, look, one thing most of you think is that when we come out of Nigeria, there will be so much hatred, we will not love each other. No. I will still have cordial relationship with the Hausa people. I will set up my business there and I will go in accordance with their Sharia if that is what they want to use. But the present day Nigeria will not provide us the unity, the progress, and the peace that we are looking for. Because the agenda of the West is not today. The agenda was in the 19th century when they were going around doing what they call exploration. Do you know that the Ijebu people have been around 500 years before the exploration came in 1500? And Nigeria was not amalgamated until the 19th century. So when some of you say, but some other countries, I hear this argument that they can still unite, we can be living together like America. A lot of people want to use America sometimes. They say, America is there, they have different... Look, let me say this. We are first Yoruba people before anything. So the world we don't want to stay on our own can never happen. We must first remain as Yoruba people first. Let the Igbos stay on their own. let the Hausa people stay on their own, and then people would then say, Koiki, but it can lead to war. No, it doesn't need to lead to war. Let me go back to the 2014 conference that they did, Jonathan. The first thing we should ask ourselves is, why do we still have a constitution that is not for everybody? How many people, the confab, somebody just said the confab, that is the right word I was looking for. Why have they not go back and review what was discussed in that confab and decide whether, based on the confab alone, if we want to move Nigeria forward, even though for us, we don't think it's going to work. Let's first go back to the first step. They are running away from all that. You know why they are running away? Because one more, with the moment that step is taken, you, Mr. Labuso, if I didn't pronounce your name, you, Mr. Coastal Regional, thank you so much. You, Shegun Ono, we will then have more rights. Today, the reason why you don't have enough rights in Nigeria is because the system, it is not you, it is a system. The system is what has actually kept everybody below par. If I ask everybody now, is Nigeria rich? Yes or no? I just want to see the comment from, we are streaming on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and the MixLR. Is Nigeria rich? Yes or no? There's something I want to bring out there. Is Nigeria rich? People are saying yes. Ileri Oluwa sọ pé yes. Sholeton sọ pé yes. Yusuf Bola sọ pé yes. Okay. If Nigeria is rich, as a lot of us have agreed, àwọn tó wà lórí TikTok nìkan ló ń sọ̀rọ̀, ẹ̀yin tó wà lórí YouTube ẹ ti sùn láàárọ̀ yìí, àwọn tó wà lórí TikTok ti beat yín gan, Ọlọ́run wọ́n ti beat yín tipẹ́tipẹ́, wọ́n correspond gan níbí báyìí, àwọn ọmọ yẹn para gan, ó dẹ̀ kẹ́ para, wàláì tó bá yẹ pé èmi náà wà nílé bó ṣe pa Mohbad yẹn, èmi náà máa para gan, because the death of anybody ó gbọ́dọ̀ dùn wá. But we are not talking about one person now, we are talking about the whole lot. If Nigeria is rich, why are we where we are today? The rich here, when we say Nigeria is rich, do you know that it is each territory that makes Nigeria rich? What do I mean by that? In the north, let's start from the north. The northern part of Nigeria is rich, and they are very, very rich, okay? Don't look at them as poor people. It's just that the mismanagement that have kept them below par. The northern part is very, very rich, because we were told that Ibe nothing big granite. I'm sure a lot of you know that, the granite pyramid. Do you know that granite can be in any product? Not everybody eat nuts. Momo ice cream lano. Nino ice cream here, a power nino. Agindas. I'm sure a lot of you that drinks Agindas, you know what I'm talking about. So somebody said, I was born and raised in the north, they are really rich. Look, let me tell you something. Do you know why they can even be more richer? They have the better weather. Don't put in the sun. Niboni power the weather. They can derive energy. Oh my God. I don't think some of you understand that if we do not allow the dissolution, there will not have to be peace. They will create more problem by not allowing people. I'm not talking about Southwest now. I'm sticking my conversation to the north. The north has what it takes to supply energy to at least out of the 55 countries in the African Union. They can at least, if it is well managed, well investment. Okay, let me put it this way. How many countries do you think that the north, and when I mean the north, I'm talking about the whole north, how many countries out of the 55 do you think that they can supply energy to? How many? Based on the sun. Because I've never been to the north. I don't know what the weather looks like, but I have heard that somebody say 30. Do you agree with him? Mr. Dewa, somebody say 20. Your concept be half. Yinka Africa say half. Moki bugba yen wa. Àwọn ọlọ́pọlọ ambassador. If you like abuse me, I will abuse you. If you abuse me, I will abuse you. Me I know where they let me know, but we love each other. Somebody say 28. So the question is, why have we not been able? Ayomekun even say the whole 55. Ayomekun Tibino. Ayomekun the whole. So let me say this: the northern part of Nigeria would have been able to give 20. Let's even say 20. It would have been able to and I don't like cold. I want in the UK. I'm a look, jackets I'm wearing to real to new. You know why I'm putting this on? It takes the cold. Or that be muffler by. Do you know that cotton of shaking in? Everybody agrees. The northern part of Nigeria we've been talking about. What more can they give us in the north? What more do you think that the northern part of Nigeria can give us? Costa said Nigeria can still kill, rapper, and destroy, but the land is rich, not Nigeria. It is the land that is rich. So when we say Nigeria is rich, just like my brother is saying there, it is not literally Nigeria. The richness in Nigeria is the northern part. It is their soil. It is the southwest. Somebody talked about uranium. What more can we derive from the north? Forget about petrol. Leave that petrol alone. Because by 2030, BMW is not making any more vehicle that is going to run on diesel or petrol. By 2030, BMW is not going to make any more vehicle that is going to run on petrol. It is now going to be electric. Somebody say onion. What more again? Mokinyi, Yami, Ayeni. Good morning to every one of you. Somebody say gold. So the question is, if the northern part of Nigeria has all these, somebody say 2030 is not realistic. It doesn't matter, but they are working towards it. I agree with you. Nothing is realistic in life. But at least for now, I've seen Mercedes that is electric. And it's already in Nigeria as well. I know some of your big boys are driving it. So somebody said northwest is 8, northeast is 8. A lot can be derived from the northern part. Somebody say yam. If there's a Ukrainian in the J, there is in the northern Nigeria. Why don't we annex all this richness and stay together? Good question. My mom is very quick. Koiki, all this richness, why can't we annex it? The reason why we cannot annex it is still the same thing. The unity that me and you as an ordinary citizen, because we are ordinary citizens, that we want. But in reality, the world is a wicked world. Go and see what the Secretary General of the United Nations, Antonio Guterres, said yesterday. He actually said that the hellfire is being opened on this planet. So when you are saying that, Koiki, let us annex all this. Let us stay together. Let us make it work. In reality, it is not going to happen, because that annexness then would not happen, because it is something that has been designed from back in the 19th century. When the Oyibo people came, they saw the north, they saw every one of us, and they knew where our brain power is. They knew what we have. What did they do? They actually provided a train to take resources out of that region straight to the port, and that was it. No development. So for us to say that we want to remain together, that means you are telling me that I should throw away my language, like somebody said, my language, which is Yoruba. You want me to, sorry about that, you want me to throw away my language so that I can save Nigeria. Number one, the German will never throw away their German language or their language for anything else. I've never been to Germany, but if you go to Germany, what language do you think they're going to speak to you? If you go to Germany, what language do you think that they're going to speak to you? We have everything a country should have, but we lack unity, loyalty, good leader. It is the same thing. The unity, lack leader, is because they do not want us to progress. The question is, why did the British and allow the unity within the borders? Do you know that it was the British Empire that actually carved out as many borders? How many of you have heard about the Berlin Conference? I want to know whether people are really up in terms of history, because technology is good now, so a lot of you need to know these things. How many people know about the Berlin Conference? Especially, I'm talking to people on the TikTok because they are my, everybody, I want to face that, how many people in your Berlin Conference? How many people again? Yes or no? Do you know Berlin Conference 1884? How many people know about the Berlin Conference? Okay, somebody say 1885. Mr. Yawa Yeni sọ pé àwọn mọ̀. Tiga inú wọn mọ̀ kankan nípa ẹ̀. Hey, kábíyèsí Elédùmarè àti jẹ gbèsè. Iṣẹ́ wà tá máa ṣe. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. He, daughter of motherland, say yes. Yes, between 1884 and 1885. Now, the Berlin Conference took place in Germany. And the reason why you have seen today, CFC, CFC long over France or CFA. Do you know why we are hearing that? It's because during the Berlin Conference, France carved out where they needed. CFA, thank you so much. They carve out, this is where they decided our future. So, mommy wa mama, they were on TikTok. You're actually asking, why are we not having unity? The Berlin Conference was, the Berlin Conference was when the Europeans sat down to divide Africa among themselves. This is where part of the problem started. Because of their own selfish interests, they care less, yes, CFA France, they care less about me and you. So when me and you are fighting today, you know what the Yoruba people are doing? They're just laughing and saying, hey, that is what we want. That is what we want. We should not be fighting each other as Africans. We should not be fighting each other at all. We should be peaceful people. We should love. Look, when problems start, yesterday, I'm sure Hausa people came out. I'm sure Igbo people came out. Ishekiri people came out. The Edo people came out. Even though with our disunity, yesterday for Mohbad, I am sure you will see a fine Calabar girl and you can say, I like Omo, that is human being. But in reality, àwọn òyìnbó tẹ̀ ń rí yẹn, tá bá mẹ́nu bà àwọn òyìnbó yẹn, ṣẹ̀rá àwọn òyìnbó yẹn, wọ́n ti báyé wa jẹ́. They've destroyed the real human being in us. They've actually taken us back. But some of you will say, no, we have been given independence. Nobody gave you any independence, okay? I didn't know this as well myself. Look, I was working with the Nigerian community for more than 10 years in this country. I know the embassy in and out. Mo le sọ bí tí toilet wọn wà. Títí the office wọn lókè. I have met the ambassador. I have met people. But the question is, let's tell our politicians what we need now to move Nigeria forward. Let us first come back again. Let every unit bring their representative from all the 36 states. Let's sit back again. Let us now ask the real question. Do we still want to remain one? Do you know how long they've been asking for what we call I wish you be woman. I for ask you out. Hey, kábíyèsí Elédùmarè o. Àwọn èèyàn fẹ́ gbé mi lọ lórí TikTok o. Ẹ má kí àwọn ìyàwó mi gbọ́. Àwọn bá yín jà o. You know, I am married and I have a children and I have a future just like a lot of you. Ẹ jẹ́ ìgbàgbé tí mo fẹ́ sọ. Ẹ lè dàyọ̀ lórí. Abá àti Lady K ṣe máa ń bá yín jà lórí TikTok. Ìdí mo fẹ́ sọ níta jẹ́ ìgbàgbé. In reality, let's come back. In reality, not that we cannot live together. In reality, not that we cannot live together. But do you know that the reason why we should have lived together, it should have been under the regional government. The reason why we should have peace. You don't ask him out, I beg you. If you ask me out, my wife, they don't accept me the way I be. You know, my boy don't close windows. This Baba don't start again. With only followers and friends. The reason why you are saying 36 states should come together. No, we cannot come together. It is too late. What we are saying now is, let us go back to regional government. Is that not what Ohanize is saying? Somebody they give me love. Oh, hey, I hope nobody the person who won't take me out without. Oh, thank you so much. If for 2 years they were sitting down, Tafa Balewa, Azikiwe, Awolowo, and Ahmadu Bello, I took it down there before. Maybe I should go back again there. Hopefully, maybe I'll have time next week. Like long, I'll take you back to where they called. How many people know Lancaster House? Have you heard about Lancaster House? I want to test the brain of Nigerians. How many, if you look, if you don't know, just this is a lecture room. We lecture each other and we abuse each other. We curse each other. But let me say one thing. If you meet me, you no go fit do anything. Me too, I no go fit do anything. But we can do the banter. Look, I saw, I'm going to go back to Lancaster House. I saw Obiano. Is he Obiano? The former governor of Anambra State. He's a walking dog. Tell him to go to Anambra and walk in dog. So most people don't know Lancaster House. Okay, I will tell you what is Lancaster House. Lancaster House is where they held conference for 2 years. And if I'm wrong, people that are here are well learned. I want you to say Koiki, Lancaster House, so that I know if you talk rubbish. Make I go back. As I know it offered, but let me just go on Google. Let's do something quickly. So let's go to Lancaster House. It's called Lancaster House. Then I'm going to put Nigeria so that I can tell you what it comes back. Now, listen carefully. I know there's a lot of background noise. I hope you can hear me loud because you know when I'm outside. See me at get out. Lancaster House is called Lancaster House Conference. Conference, Loman Shenibe. Thank you so much. Somebody said we can hear you very well. Adewale Crypto. I want to know crypto. But boy, my logo gone. She ain't find any crypto. Me go ban stand the what's in way. For me logo. Freelance journalist. Nimi. Ma come borrow any Koiki. Owo lecture taroy. Emi ni ma son. Le fisi First Bank mi. Le fisi. Ama ban fi details be sit anisi. Emi ma bere owo. Tí mo fi gbọ́ lọ́wọ́ Bọ́lá Tinubu, mo lè fi gbọ́ lọ́wọ́ Ṣèyí Tinubu. So ẹ̀yin Nigerians, a lè gbọ́ lọ́wọ́ yín. Let's go back. Listen to this, okay? When I'm doing my lecture, you must have pen and paper. Emma, take notes. So that when you're talking as well, you're talking with facts. You're not talking with sentiment. I love Nigeria, just like you love Nigeria. But in reality, it is not for me anymore. The Lancaster House Conferences in London in 1957, 1958. Did you hear that? 1957 and 1958 were meetings where the federal constitution for an independent Nigeria was prepared. Should I repeat that? Let me come back again slowly. My dear translators, Yoruba, Tori Konshebo English. Elomi can manage English, and I'm not joking. Let me go back again. The Lancaster House Conference Center, but in 1957, 1958, ibẹ̀ ti ṣe ìpàdé tí wọ́n ti put together what will become Nigeria in 1960. Let me rephrase myself. Lecturer must come back again and again because some student can grab something off it, while some they must continue to. I went to Abeokuta Grammar School. Nígbà tí mo DSS1, mo mọ Yorùbá dáadáa, mo máa ń jíwèé wò ni. But aláwọn student kan tó bá ti sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí lẹ́ẹ̀kan wọ́n ti gbé sórí. Ọlọ́run dá gbogbo wa differently ni. So when I'm speaking, tó bá gbọ́ nǹkan tí mo sọ, tí bá repeat ẹ̀, ẹ̀yin tí ẹ gbọ́ dáadáa yẹn, ẹ má máa fi ṣèbínú. Ẹ̀yin nìkan kọ́ là ń bá sọ̀rọ̀. We are speaking to many people. And sometimes, some people can grab it quickly, while some will say, hey, kini bobo is so, and I'm talking to everybody. Kò bá jẹ́ mechanic ló ń gbọ́ mi láàárọ̀ yìí, ẹ̀yin ni mo bá sọ̀rọ̀. Kò bá jẹ́ ìyá tó ń tata lẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀. Ọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run kọ́ ni mo sọ yìí, ẹ fọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run sílẹ̀ o. I am talking about the creation of what led to the 1960 independent la fi sọ nísìn. The Lancaster House Conference in London in 1957 and 1958 were meetings where the federal constitution for an independent Nigeria was prepared. Axoba, Muki, Bobo, Axoba, they were Loreto. At the man disturb Baptist boys at our Baptist girls, fine. I'm fine girl at Abeokuta Girls Grammar School. The meetings, listen to this, let's come back to reality. The meetings were presided by the British colonial secretary, and the Nigerian delegates were selected to represent each region and to reflect various shades of opinion. The opinion that we are sharing today was already reflected in 1957, 1958 to decide the kind of country we want. So when somebody is saying to me, when somebody is saying that we want peace today, part of that should have been negotiated in 1957. When some of you say we want unity, part of that has been negotiated in 1957, 58. How? It was negotiated based on one thing: region. R-E-G-I-O-N. Region. So when you are saying that Koiki, break in Nigeria, no. Inti Wafuwa in 1957. So àwọn bàbá wa wọ́n máa mú ṣégè tí wọ́n máa lọ tọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́wàá. What they gave us so that we can live piece by piece, so that Hausa people will not come and encroach my land, so that the hatred between us and the Igbos will be minimal. The hatred between us and Calabar will be minimal. Everybody should go and deal with their region. My question today is, are we running a regional government? Yes or no? Yes, we are running a regional government. No, we are not running a regional government. Again, question to our students. Are we running a regional government? Yes or no? Somebody say no. Program. If I don't seek question from you to answer me, that means you are not part of the program. People say no, we are not running regional government. I want to on TikTok, don't follow me. On Facebook and I want to on Instagram. I want you to comment rather. I want you to see the program, and I don't understand why. So people are saying no. Now, if what they gave us was a regional government in 19 Eshegoni Ola mommy, walk on Jukini Consimini. Only thank God it's Friday. Just on. We love you so much. Thank you so much, everyone, for the gift. If 1957. For 2 years, they were sitting down. Somebody say that has been destroyed. Okay. If that has been destroyed, where do you want to get the unity in Nigeria today? Where do you want to get the peace? Where do you want to get the progress? You can see that the problem did not start yesterday. Look, the problem is not on Tinubu. We are not here to condemn Tinubu. He's a Yoruba man. I'm not going to come here to condemn him, but I'm going to checkmate him. I can condemn Fulani because they were never part of us anyway. When they were creating Nigeria, Fulani was never part of us. What Igba not. And that is why today, most of the governors in the northern part, they know that. They are, most of them, not all of them, they are Fulanis. Let's come back again. The meetings were presided. I'm going to end this program at exactly 9:30. I think we've done 1 hour already, so I'm going to do another 25 minutes. The meetings were presided by a British colonial secretary, and the Nigerian delegates were selected. Yawa Yetunde Kosoko, Mori Yadada, Mutipanja Gidi. I'm sure you know that anyway. So I'm sure you know that, but you can show already TikTok near Eshegoni. Delegation in Nigeria should be divided. That is the only solution. Let's first listen to this. The meetings were presided by the British colonial secretary. The Nigerian delegates, Awolowo, Azikiwe, Nnamdi Azikiwe, Ahmadu Bello, and Tafawa Balewa were also Awon Kitola and all that. They were wearing agbada. Every one of them came down for this meeting. What was the reason why they have to bring them in? The reason why they have to bring them in is so that we can decide, after the British have stayed with us for too long, they've actually taken so much, and those forefathers, our forefathers, we say, they wanted something different. We don't want any. Ghana got independent, so Nigeria also wanted independent. But before they can give us independence, we have to decide. Remember that the British was running Nigeria during that empire, during that colonial time, for a very long time. And now to give it back to us, rather than them allow Nigeria to go back to the way it was, the way they met it in before the amalgam, because Nigeria has been amalgamated before independence. Nigeria got amalgamated in 1914. This particular phone is dead, so I gotta close it. Nigeria got amalgamated in 1950, but it took another years before we now got independent. What the British Empire or the British colony of that time should have done is take us back to our kingdom, remove the amalgamation, and allow Yoruba kingdom to stay on its own. A lot of questions around there, because some say they asked some of our fathers if we should stay separate, and some of them say no, let us keep Nigeria. But we are going to keep Nigeria based on regional government, not the fraudulent federal character that we are using today, that is making politicians become so powerful that they are not going to listen to us anymore. So just to wrap it up quickly, the delegation was led by Abubakar Tafawa Balewa of the Northern People's Progress, known as the NPC. Included party leaders Obafemi Awolowo of the Action Group, Nnamdi Azikiwe of the NCNC, Eyo Ita of the National Independent Party, Amadu Bello of the NPC, as well as the premiers of the Western, Eastern, and the Northern region. Why don't we have that today anymore? That was destroyed, and you are looking for unity. There will never be unity, there will never be progress, and there will never be peace. Yellow Bear. Just to finish it up, the chiefs of the Northern region, Sir Muhammadu Sanusi, the Emir of Kano of that time in 1957, Alhaji Usman Nagogo, the Emir of Katsina, Chief of the Western region, Sir Adesoji Aderemi, I'm sure a lot of Yoruba people know the name, and Oba Alade Sami, Chief of the Eastern region, His Royal Highness Eze Johnson Osuju Injamazi MBE CON, Paramount Ruler of Owerri, Chief Inyong Esen of Uyo, and Chief SE Onokogu. Today, we are now saying that for more than since 1999, they have been promising. No, I've never been into military. I'm not a military personnel. I'm just an ordinary citizen like you. Since today, now, the unity that everybody's looking for was removed when it took 2 years to negotiate a government that will serve me under my region, that will serve the Hausa people under their region, that will serve the Igbo people under their region, that will serve the Northern under their region. They destroyed that one. How they destroy it is another conversation entirely. We might agree with it, we might disagree with it, but the moment that regional government is gone, that is the final of Nigeria. But the West are very clever. They knew that some region were going to push, just like we are pushing today. The British system, the British Empire, understand what we are saying. And they are not going to allow the dissolution of Nigeria anytime soon. It is going to be our gangan. We are going to be the one to say, we have had enough. But when I'm talking now, we have many Nigerians that are saying, we don't want to go. But yet they don't understand the meaning of this enclave, this system that is pushing us. And that, you know, the British will say, oh, you are running a democratic government. Select people, the people of your choice. Vote for them. Even if the voting system is not right, it's going to take some time before it becomes better. But what they are not telling you behind the scene is that they want you to continue like that so that our true identity that they removed from us will never come back. Let me say this. I have said it earlier. The Northerners have everything it takes to run a new independent Northern Arewa country. The same thing goes with the Middle Belt. The same thing goes to everywhere. When people now say, hey, but if you're going to break all these units, what about the Igbo people where they are Alaba? I don't like them. Are they still going to be with us? Let me say this clearly. It is all going to be a new system, a new policy. Just like me, I left Nigeria. I came here with a visa 25 years ago. And I told them I'm not going anymore. And I've been here. I have done things there, I have married, I have done this, I have done that, I have done so many things. All that is a policy under immigration. So whoever was here as at the time that this country was coming out of European Union, which is called the EU, there are going to be policy. Okay, this policy will be prepared, and whoever is here before the EU exit, they will have a new plan for them. And they will have a different plan. So when some of you are saying that when we break up Nigeria, it's going to create war. No, it doesn't have to create war. It can bring the best out of us. It can bring the best out of every individual innocent Nigerians that have been given a false identity. Because what we are running on right now is a false identity. And if we do not stop that identity, I bet you in another 200 years, every one of us will be gone. Some of us will lose our identity for life. And I don't want that. I would rather continue to stay on we want Yoruba nation so that our real identity remain like that. So that our other identity that they are calling us Nigeria, one day, I don't know, I am just saying, should another region, let's even say should the Igbos decided to overrun us, like some of you are very, very skeptical, and I purposely use the word the Igbos because I know that there's a lot of tension between the Yorubas and the Igbos, especially after this fraudulent election that some of you are so excited. Go and get your PVC. Your PVC will give you the right result. Let me say this. After 100 years, should the Igbos overrun us, how are you going to feel? It's a question. I purposely use the Igbos. Should the Igbos overrun us? Oh, you're not thinking like that. You got to think like that too. I also do not want to go and overrun the Igbos. I don't think the Igbos will love that. Now, let's leave that aside. If we say that, okay, we can manage ourselves. We can manage ourselves. Should the Fulanis overrun us? How many people think that one ethnic group can overrun another? Yes or no? Do you think so? Yes, they can? No, it's not possible. I want to check again before we go. We have just about 20 minutes, 15 minutes rather. How many people think that another ethnic group can overrun us? As I can overrun them, they can overrun us as well. How many of you? Sorry. Okay, let me just manage it like that. How many people? This is why we got to be very, very... Somebody says it's not possible. Okay. It's not possible. I take it that it's not possible. Chico say it is possible. Mrs. Esther Yawa say yes, it is possible. Akim says it is possible. So it is a divided opinion. Somebody says possible. Even if it's not going to be possible, even if it is not going to be possible, I want to live in a society that respects me first as Yoruba. I do not want to be respected as Nigerian. I want to go to my embassy and go there and feel welcome as a Yoruba man. I do not want to go there and continue to feel this Nigerianness. Maybe I didn't know this before. You can say, but Koikia, why change it by? I've seen people tell me that. It's because ọlọ́kadà mo ti pẹ́ látẹ̀kọ́ o máa padà wá gbé mi mo ti wẹ̀ padà wá gbé mi mo ti ní kó padà wá gbé mi ọlọ́kadà ẹ máa padà wá tó bá ti dé ó máa pè mí pẹ̀lú 3310. Let me say this. Let's first fight for one thing. What are we fighting for? We don't need guns. We don't need bullets. Let us first fight for our identity. If you can fight for your identity, to be honest, everything. ọlọ́kadà mi máa gbé mi mo fẹ́ sáré dójú ẹlẹ́gbà mo ṣẹ̀dé láàárọ̀ yìí ni mo ṣẹ̀dé sí Nàìjíríà láàárọ̀ yìí ni sọ máa gbé mi ní mo ti ní kó padà wá àwọn máa padà wá ọlọ́kadà bíi ti báwo bẹ́ẹ̀ mo ti pọ̀ mọ́ ní búrẹ́dì kò dá mi lóhùn ọmọ ẹlẹ́pà kan dẹ̀ ló ń lọ yẹn nísìn mo ti ń pè látẹ̀kọ́ kò dá mi lóhùn mo dẹ̀ fẹ́ jẹ́ pa mo dẹ̀ fẹ́ jẹ́. So our future is what we are asking for. Look, right now Nigeria is still operating. They must provide every basic things of life for you guys. Electricity, water, security. We don't want soldiers to be killing you, harassing you, like the NSAS, like what even happened yesterday. I've seen some of the images. I'm not very happy. But again, I don't know why the police are not trained to manage peaceful candlelight. That was not a protest. But before we go, our identity is the reason why we are fighting. If we refuse to allow that identity to be protected, that identity, this one won't be joko. I understand, we put the sentiment, we put the banter, we've abused each other. Forget about all these, people that come out and speak big English. They are all PhD holder. All that. If we lose our identity, pam, that is it. And our identity means a lot. I'll give you an example. How many people saw? How are you? Very good. How many people saw the way Tinubu outing has been so far? Have you noticed something in that outing? I want to check something. Are you looking at the dress code Tinubu is putting on? Do you know that Tinubu, at least from the outing that I've been seeing, he hasn't put on any suit? Kowa suit. Abi, we all agree. We've never seen Tinubu with suit. Abi Terry Tinubu to was suit. I don't think anybody saw him with suit. Onwa should be culture. But Olon represents something that is not his own. He's putting on native. Tinubu has been putting on native. That is who we are. But he's now putting on a native and then representing Nigeria. If you allow your identity to go, you have lost everything. If we allow our identity, that will be the end of the program this morning. If we allow our identity to go, that is the end. What we should be more concerned, only can keep identity. Does not mean that you cannot speak other language. Does not mean you cannot value other language. Does not mean you cannot value other identity and culture. I understand we do a lot of cultural events. Why don't you stay in Lagos and don't go back to London again? Yeah, I can go back to London because I have the right to go to London. I don't need a visa to go back to London. So why do I need to stay in Lagos when the world is so beautiful? I don't need to stay in Lagos. I'm only in Lagos for a few days. I'll be out again, making my way out to London. And I'll be heading back. So I don't need to stay in Lagos. So, so I hope that answer your... No, I've given him the answer. I don't have to stay in Lagos, I want to stay in Lagos just for a very short time. One thing again before we go, let us understand that we are not asking for Yoruba nation so that we can override any religion. I was listening to Justin Trudeau yesterday with my wife, and he kept on saying something when they were asking him, where is the evidence that India is behind the killing of a Khalistan leader? Khalistan are fighting for their right to self-independent nation. There are so many of them in Canada, large numbers. The same way they see Biafra everywhere with their flags. The Khalistan, there are many of them. They are also asking for their right to exit part of India and have their own territory that has been there. I don't understand. Yeah, I mean, I don't need visa. That's why I don't follow me. I don't need a visa. In the Buffalo law, UK, let's say my visa. I don't need a visa. I've lived there for too long to get my residence. So that's why I don't need a visa. So you can't blame me for that now. If you won't blame me for that. Now visa I use go. Anyway, don't distract the program. We're almost gone. I have just 7 more minutes. And I need to pass the last message. What I'm trying to say is that Justin Trudeau said something that I picked up. He said, look, it doesn't matter the view of India against Khalistan. Khalistan is calling the Indian government, our Indian government, won't pay our Khalistan any terrorist, just like Nigerian government is calling the Biafra terrorist. Do you know that UK, even though they are not calling Biafra a terrorist. America is not calling them a terrorist. Canada, all the countries that they are operating from. Justin Trudeau now said something. When he talked about June, I thought he was killed in September, but I now realized he was killed in June. Because program I kept saying September, but I now confirm he died in June. He's a leader of a movement. He was killed in Canada. Canada now said, no. We cannot allow anyone, regardless of your views on them as your own government, to come and first kill them in our own government entity. Because he was killed in Canada. And Canada is pointing finger to India. Or the diplomatic crowd, Gideon. Oh, enjoy your stay in Lagos or wherever you are. Or now to an in UK for 31 years. It's good to go back home and make sure you are just safe. That is the most important thing. Eshegonisa. Maybe that's why he's asking, maybe I'm coming back to stay. Say, you know, my daughter now forever, a lot of Nigerians have lived in UK for long. So I have 6 minutes. What I'm just trying to bring out from Justin Trudeau is that it does not matter your views on these people. As long as they are Canadian citizens, it is the right of the Canadian government to protect every individual that lives in this country if they have the right to be here. I was told the young man ran to Canada in 1997 with a fake passport. But that is not the issue. The issue is that the guy is now a Canadian citizen. You cannot go and kill him. Just the same way that some of you are happy that Buhari went to kidnap rendition in Amdekanu back. Just the same way some of you are excited that they almost killed Igboho. So, what do I want to bring out of that conversation in 5 minutes? It shows that the West might not love us, but the moment that we are operating from their territory, their law allows me to do what I'm doing. As long as it is not going in the direction of a terrorism or being a terrorist, as long as I am standing on the right to self-determination, the British government has no other choice than to respect my value, telling my people at home that the same British government that have welcomed me here are still also the ones that are part of the problem that we are emphasizing today. So I will be putting more program on that later on, on the Khalistan. Is an area that we want, that I want you to, is an area. The last thing we hate on this platform, don't come and throw your Teten Kobo, whatever, and say, we need you to come and support us. If you're going to need the support, go to your government and let them support you. That is the reason why I am fighting for 3 years. Don't come and throw your Opel account, which you will do here. You go and do the Lady K, you do it to Yedara, and then disturbing the platform. And moreover, Opay all these fraudulent accounts. So we know how you guys operate. Fake account. Hey, money chest pain. If you have any problem, whatever state you are, go and talk to your politician. Okay? I don't do that nonsense on my platform. That is why I am not Cocoon Foundation. Cocoon Foundation is doing very well. Oriyomi is doing very well. Kanesti is doing very well. If you have any problem, take it to them. Go to their office. It is only Nigerians that put account details. Support us. So Moki Bogwe Yawala Roy. This is how I do my lecture. You know, every lecturer, they are different. This lecturer is different from your own. Baba mi Shebi Chalafiani Ekarosa. So Moki Bogwe student Wala Roy. And I hope you have, and I hope everyone has enjoyed one or two things. My views, you don't have to agree with it. But one thing, like I said, I want justice for Mohbad. Nobody has paid my team. If you go and follow my page, nobody has paid us, and we have carried Mohbad message more than even some of your media in Nigeria. I should bring some peri-peri from Nigeria. One ta peri-peri ni pekam now. Kile mean by me peri-peri wa. Kitu maloma di peri-peri kinde Heathrow airport. Kaja maloma gbon. What did you bring? Ayoro. Ẹ mọ̀ pé irú mi báyìí tá bá ń travel. A gbọ́dọ̀ máa gbé peri-peri. Kinde Lagos Muritala Mohammed airport. Mr. Koiki kon nìyẹn. Oya park yourself here. Ìwọ ló ń bú Tinubu. Ìwọ ló ń bú government wa. No. Ẹ ṣá yẹ kí n rọra padà sí London mi. Bá ti lé London mi. Ẹnu mi atúmọ̀ adún tọ́tọ́tọ́tọ́tọ́tọ́. Ẹ mọ̀ kí Nigeria mo wà nísìn. I think some people think I'm in Nigeria. Nigeria no mo wà. Bó ṣe láti rí nìyẹn. Are we still in the same place with the UK? Because I can see, yeah, the same time. Oshimato another couple of more weeks before the weather comes in and then the time change, and you guys will be 1 hour ahead. So we are at the same time, 9:30 a.m. Nimowa Laaro in London, 9:30 a.m. No Nimowa in Lagos State. When government no do well in court, David don't hear me sing. I don't have to agree with him on everything, but he's a journalist, and journalists are always, a threat to government. And I hope, Ghanaian government will do the needful and still respect, his rights under the refugee status. Bola Tinubu was there in London when Abacha wanted to kill him. I don't think I saw football boy. I know him very well. Kilongwe, Shegelink. Take it easy. Shegelink. I've done some. I think media with him. We've talked a few times. Take it easy. T. David Odoyeba Jade to sọ pé, his life is a threat. Even the Jade Yoju said he should come back to Nigeria, that Showore has been in Nigeria. You can't compare Showore and David Odonye Lojabi here. Showore na another salute for Showore. My brother. The guy is running for his life. Nigeria. Not literally that Bola Tinubu might be against everything that we are doing, but there are some individuals among the government that are ready to take us out. I don't think Bola Tinubu will say they should go and kidnap somebody like Koiki Media. When Toyepo no Sawasi London on Exa, there's Sawasi London. I came here, I refused to go. So that is about it this morning. So please, when people come out and say their life is a threat, we should not joke with it. Their life is a threat, If Nigeria was working, why should his life be a threat? I am operating here from UK, and I don't think my life is a threat because of my views against the British government and against the Nigerian government. At some point, I was a representative of Nigeria that I was not paid within the community. So, about Sofon Shegelink, David Odoye might not agree with all his views because I know where he stands, but again, his life is a threat, and we pray the Ghanaian authority will do the needful. Thank you so much for taking your time to listen to the lecture this morning, and I hope you've learned one or two things. And like I said, as much as a lot of us want a better Nigeria, to be honest with you, there's nothing going to be a better Nigeria. Have a very good morning and have a very good afternoon. Join me at 11 o'clock on the Star Radio UK network. I'll be on again on all the platforms. Enjoy the rest of the day. Program Iboni matiri moi church nta moi ni Thomas. Ora npa mala face one ni ma je lọ́sàn. Thank you so much. Bye for now.